Hello, and welcome back to Colin's RPG Corner. We're back playing Pokemon Shield, and I have people with me.
Hello.
Do I count as a people?
Barely.
I'll take it.
Alright, cool. Yeah. So, where's the map?
I also brought some trivia for ya.
Nice. So yeah, at the end of last week, I said we were going to go to Truffield and start our gym challenge. We're not doing that.
So what are you going to do instead?
We're going to go on a vacation. And apparently I do not have the Corviknight, so we're going to walk there. Apparently I have not unlocked Fly yet.
Speaking of Corviknight, that has to do with one of the pieces of trivia that I got for today.
Oh yeah?
Corviknight is a full evolution of Rookidee. It is the first non-legendary type, with the legendary being Tornadus, to be just flying type.
Huh. So, we got Fly. All I had to do was walk out the door.
Fantastic.
So you can fly, just not inside?
Well, I hadn't unlocked the ability until I walked outside and somebody gave me Fly.
Wow, that
Yep.
is timing.
Yeah, that, I mean, means we're not flying back to, Wedgewurst.
Yeah. Flying type has been connected with normal type the most at 26 times, and bug the next most at 13. These are also the two most used type combinations in Pokemon.
Are you gonna read a dictionary to the viewers?
No?
Because it sounds like you're reading a dictionary.
Please,
to
an
the
encyclopedia.
viewers.
I took this off of a PDF of sorts, or at least parts of it.
Would that be a Bulbapedia?
Where did I get this information? Actually, most of this information I ended up looking up in the actual Pokédex, the official one, the official online one, and one piece of trivia I ended up noticing in on Bulbapedia.
So anyway, we're gonna catch the Slowpoke. Or at least we're gonna try.
A pro tip, don't use your Master Ball on a Slowpoke.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Is that
definitely not speaking
something-
from experience on that one.
What?
Did you not know I did that?
No?
That's what I used my my Master Ball and Crystal on.
Wow.
So in Crystal, there's a thing where Bill is like, hey, I need to collect certain rare Pokemon in order to figure stuff out. And he described a Slowpoke, and I was like, oh, clearly he needs me to go get him a Slowpoke. And I just couldn't catch a Slowpoke, and I was like, apparently these things are like way harder to catch than I thought. Well, I really need to catch this for this quest thing I've been sent on, and I have a Master Ball. I'll use it here. That seems to be what it's supposed to be for. Bill even gave it to me. Yeah, looking back, like, minutes later, I was like, wow, really not what I was supposed to do with that. Because I gave it to him, and he's like, oh, that's awesome. Here's a potion.
Wow.
Donks.
I mean, do what you gotta do to get the Slowpoke, man.
Also, why am I not in your party now?
Good enough?
Not gonna lie, that's kind of the reason.
Is it because you're planning on having a Berserker as your steel type?
I haven't completely thought out what my team is gonna be.
What's going to have a Berserker?
Maybe. I know there's one Pokemon that we're pretty far away from actually getting that I want to have on the team.
Okay.
And it's going to be my main
Are
Psychic
you
type.
going to leave it a surprise?
Yes. I can tell you it's going to be a Psychic type.
Xatu.
Nope.
Oh, well, I'm out of ideas then.
I already have the nickname for it planned out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but it's gonna be pretty far, like halfway through the story, I think. What are we naming the Slowpoke?
Well, Matt already suggested Tuxedo Mask, which I don't know why.
I was trying to guess the Psychic Pokemon.
We're gonna have...
Also, when I...
Sure. Oh, we did catch Ghastly last time.
Yeah, you got it from the
The raid
from
battle?
the underground. Yes, which implies that the world of Pokemon, or the Valley Sagala region,
Has an Underdark?
Hollow Earth is actually a thing.
I feel like having like the floating balls above your head is just kind of showing off.
Oh, yeah. I find kind of weird that so many of the people I know who got Pokemon Sword or Shield ended up getting Shield.
I don't remember why I chose Shield over Sword. I think it was because Aaron was planning on getting Sword. I usually get the opposite of whatever he gets.
And that's fair.
Do I need to talk to you? Let's go to Armor Station. We're probably not doing Crown Tundra for a while.
So, if Pokemon has either an Underdark or Hollow Earth, is that where all the new types of Pokemon are just coming from?
At least the ground types.
Well, yes.
Where do you think all the Diglets live?
Here.
Alright, touche.
Also, I was looking at Motostoke and noticed how it had those giant gears that looked very similar to Clank. And
Yeah.
according to Shield's Pokédex entry, it's suspected that they were the inspiration behind the invention of the gear.
Really?
I hate it.
Though it is the only Pokemon game that makes a reference to that is Shield.
Is, what's his name, like, Kling Klang supposed to be, like, the inspiration for keys?
Klefki.
I always figured that
I'm glad
was
somebody knew the name of it.
A yokai, or just like a possessed object.
That's why it's a steel ghost. It is. I think it's supposed to be actually possessed keys.
Huh. That sounds incredibly annoying for the people that live in this world.
Steel Fairy, which would still be probably the same general idea. Instead of it being a ghost.
Right, it's not a ghost, it's a fairy.
It's a fairy.
Huge wild area. And more Slowpokes.
Yay. So while the only, what made me think of it is the, Rotom decks. And the fact that, in, like, previous games, the Pokédex was, like, an actual thing that people invented. But as the games went on, Rotoms and Pokemon started just taking the place of technology.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's a weird, like, they saw the Pokemon and came up with the idea. And then invented the technology. And then just
It's like Michael Bay
that...
Transformers. We have cars because of Decepticons.
Of course.
Kind of. But then we realized that Decepticons are just better cars, so all of our cars are now Decepticons.
They're
To
Decepticars.
continue the analogy.
I mean, given the opportunity to drive around in Optimus Prime, would you?
Yes. Probably.
Yes.
Is that sexual?
I mean, you are getting inside
Only
him.
if you want.
Only if they want. You gotta get consent from your car.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad we're all on the same page on that.
Yeah. I think you had a missed opportunity when it came to naming Nick 2. You should have named it Nickatoo, because that sounds kind of like Pikachu if you put in absolutely zero effort.
But he's clearly a Lotad.
Nickatoo. Yes, but you named it Nick 2, making it Nickatoo. Also, Lotad actually looks like it, with a little bit of changes, like it could have actually been an animal that evolved.
I thought you were gonna say it looked like Nick.
Nope.
I mean, I definitely look like a Lotad on a bad day. When
Wait.
the Lotad's having
Wait,
a bad
hold on a
day,
second. When you're having a bad day, or the Lotad's having a bad day?
When the Lotad's having a bad day. You didn't let me finish. I feel like I probably wouldn't have said that if I remembered what Lotad looked like.
That reminds me.
Whatever. I'm sure Lotad's a sexy Pokemon.
Here, have an update on what we're... Here, have more an updated stream on what we're doing.
Let's see if it'll actually let me... Wait, well, I'll start by not streaming a video that nobody's watching. She has a top hat. What am I watching?
Yeah, and she's psychically floating Pokeballs above it.
I think they refer to Avery as a he throughout the DLC.
You know what? That does sound right.
I know, cause me and my roommates were very confused. Like, is that supposed to be a guy or a girl? Is it trying to just be androgynous, or...
Alright, what have you got to say? Sure. You did it.
Yep.
Thanks.
There was two people waiting in the dungeon for me to attack the boss, and they were just like standing behind me, healing and buffing me. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll attack the boss. I put like 2 attacks out, and they just jumped out from behind me and like one-shot it. Why are you still healing me? We're not even fighting.
I walked up to this bridge and went like, oh, isn't the Diglett guy you supposed to be here?
Yes.
I know world history. I know about the Diglets from Loa.
Yes.
The Doug Trio is great.
Oh yeah, it's fabulous. So last week, you replaced one of your creature Pokemon's tackle with Quick Attack, and said that it was just better.
Is it not just better?
It is not.
Really?
Yeah, Tackle now has 50 base power, whereas Quick Attack still only has 40.
Yeah, sure. We'll think about finding your Diglets. I can't. Jesus.
50 Diglets?
150 Diglets.
What does that even mean? Do you have to catch 150 Diglets?
No, they're
150 Diglets.
no. You can see like their hairs popping out of the ground. We'll see if we can find one around here somewhere.
I think there's one right there. Beside that rock.
Here you
to the
go.
left.
Yeah, you see this?
Yeah.
It's a Diglett. There's 150 of those in this area.
Don't worry. I hate it too.
Yeah, I can't guarantee we'll do that on this visit to Armor. Hey, look, another one. Nope, cutscene.
Cool. I unlocked a pink. That's what I wanted.
What a face.
Yikes.
You know, let's just play along with this. So, how psychic do you need to be to actually pull off psychic moves as a human?
It's the exact psychic quota that you have to have.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can she cast Confusion? How about Psybeam?
No.
I mean, she could confuse me. But that's not difficult.
Like, I can't tell how serious they are about casting psychic moves.
I don't believe there's any of the psychic moves that have a telekinesis portion that just, like, you throw things at them. It's almost always just...
Isn't there
raw
literally the
psychic
move
power.
Telekinesis?
There's a move telekinesis?
Is there
Does
not?
it do damage?
I'm not sure. I feel like there's a move called telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Introducing Gen 5.
Oh shit, I was right.
Yep. You cannot use it in Sword and Shield.
Huh. Is it just
but-
the move just doesn't exist in Sword and Shield?
Description in Sword and Shield. This move can't be used. Is recommend that this move is forgotten. Once forgotten, this move can't be remembered.
Oh, so you can.
So if you transfer Pokemon in,
They didn't code the move into Sword and Shield.
Oh, so if you, yeah, okay, if you transfer it in, that makes sense.
Mhm. Like, you could get a, Kadabra from, Sun and Moon and transfer it in with it. But then it can't use it, so you just need to replace it with something else.
Weird.
Telekinesis? Puts float onto the target.
Okay.
And then makes it so, with the exception of one-hit knockout moves, it doesn't make an accuracy check for the next 3 turns.
That sounds
The
not
one-
great.
The one that you used it on?
Yes. So the one you used it on, you don't have to check for accuracy for the next 3 turns. But
Like
it will be
against
immune
it?
to ground.
Yeah,
Against-
that's why I think you're holding it in place so it can't dodge. Is the idea?
Yes.
Yeah, I was definitely confused because I was like, is it can't dodge?
No, we're not talking about confusion.
Or-
We're talking about telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Go ahead and continue, Nick.
No.
Fine.
No, now I don't want to.
Huh. Also, relevant, Diglett and the trio are immune to telekinesis.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you
Huh.
can't
but
exactly
the
get them to
Ditto
float.
Diglett can. So if you transform a Ditto into a Diglett and then use telekinesis on it, it does work.
Huh.
And this is probably why they took it out.
I guess so. It also just doesn't sound like that great of a move, to be honest.
It's also not great, but it's a very weird move. So they probably just were like, you know what? Let's just not.
Fair.
Have they ever removed moves before?
Maybe like
Probably?
I assume it's probably not the only one in this game, because there might be line-specific moves that just don't exist because not all the Pokemon are in this game.
Like things like if there was no Dittos, they wouldn't have to put in Transform.
Yeah.
think they might have also taken out the move Flash.
What does Flash do other than make it so that you can see where you're going?
I think it lowers
Lowers
accuracy.
So it's bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it can light up dark tunnels.
Yeah, but I remember it being so bad as like a move to have on my Pokemon that I didn't even want to like put it on an HM slave. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna brute force my way through this tunnel.
they removed it as an HM. For Ultramoon, sorry, Sun and Moon. But Flash was only taken out of the game, again, in Sword and Shield.
I guess, well, yeah. And the problem with the previous games is that you could bring over a Pokemon with Flash, right?
Yes. Also, even though there were no dark caves in X and Y, it still had a field use. It would cause the screen to zoom out.
Really?
It would also decrease the chance of encountering wild Pokemon. So when I was looking up the flying dual type thing earlier, I was also just double checking that like Ghost and any other types that didn't have a solo version. Did you know that there wasn't any mono ice type until Gen 3?
I did.
Which one got added? Or are there
that
multiples?
There was 2 that got added. It was Reggie Ice and Snow Runt. Also, currently there are nice amount of mono normal type.
Cool.
You're so mature.
I mean, I have nice as my my jersey number in this game.
I was not aware of that.
Yep.
Sure did. It was between that and 420.
I didn't go with either. I went with 404, number not found. Also,
What number I picked?
Squirtle was the first solo rock type.
Which always blows my mind because he's a plant.
Who was?
No, he's pretending to be a plant. Pseudo Widow.
Oh yeah.
Pretend wood.
Best type of wood.
I feel like there's a joke there that I can't make because of TOS. And not because I'm not clever, strictly because of TOS.
Paralyzed my orb. How dare you?
So, paralysis in this game is electricity that occasionally will do more than just slow you down. And like it visibly shows up and disappears again.
Yeah.
Is the paralysis effect a parasite that's hooked onto you?
An
'Cause it
electric
also doesn't do damage. Where ongoing electricity would cause you to take more damage over time.
I mean, you can get like those electroshock things that help your feet feel better, and those don't hurt.
In fact, they do the opposite.
Yeah. Or like those Michael Reeves videos where he like electrocutes his friends to make them dab.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if that's causing permanent ongoing damage.
Oh my god, that paralysis
Red.
sucked. Alright, well, we might die to this
Well,
Sphinx.
Rip.
We're fine. Maybe we outspeed this thing.
Or you can just quick attack and hope that that's enough to kill it.
Might be. Unlikely, but...
It's electric type, you probably don't outspeed it.
Rip Aaron.
Rip. Hopefully
It's
get
fine.
an attack off.
Uh,
Ghastly?
Probably not gonna outspeed it. Though these two are both weak
Payback.
to it.
Yes.
Sure.
What's the move payback?
You deal damage that you're dealt.
Ah. Hmm. Not the move I thought it was.
Okay, apparently we outspeed it.
Apparently, Ball Geass is fast.
Alright, what the fuck does Spite do again?
I remember it's not good.
Yeah, no, that seems bad.
It's
Seems
there
very bad.
are times when that would be useful.
I think not in this.
You just don't want it.
Yeah.
Not in like campaign play, like maybe online play.
Maybe in online play, it might be useful as like
It's
somebody
good against like a
knocks out-
tank.
Yeah.
Like, I know when I was playing, I had a Furfrou that would like just sit there and like tank forever, and he was just like toxic and rest and just like take forever to die. But if you took away his rests, he would go down pretty hard.
Yeah. Like Gengar with Spite would actually be a pretty good counter to Furfrou.
Well, considering normal types ain't gonna do a whole lot against a ghost anyways, and vice versa.
Well, I was more thinking, the Gengar is a poison type, so it can't be, toxic.
Sick. Yeah, my Furfrou build could not touch a Gengar. Yeah, that definitely looks like me.
You want a
Only
good
wear
day or
that
a
hat.
bad day?
I only wear that hat on the weekend.
Alright, well, we still may lose this.
Yep. And this is why you should have had, me and not the Hoothoot.
That's Alistair.
Yeah, it's
Clearly?
Alistair.
Yes, sorry. You should have had me, not Alistair.
I don't know, Alistair just killed this guy.
Yes. But if he, has any other fighting types, I'm better.
He only has the 2 Pokemon.
Oh, right. Pokemon and them not having trainers with 6 Pokemon.
Well, I knew that at least from when he used U-Turn and didn't bring out a new Pokemon.
Hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure U-Turn was the
Yeah.
only move he knew that could hurt the Ghastly.
U-turn's like a Volt Switch type move, right?
Yeah.
And Dark type?
That sounds correct.
U-turn. Move.
I'm not sure. I don't like this bun.
Oh, well. Smogon's not doing well. Sorry, Bulbapedia, so I'm gonna go to Smogon. U-turn. It's bug type.
Obviously.
U-turn?
U-turn. Bug, physical, 40 base power, 100 accuracy.
Huh.
Weird. That is not a move I would associate with bug.
Yeah, no, I was not expecting bug. Why bug? Oh, good, more Slowpoke.
Well, it's also supposed to get through any like restrictions. So maybe the idea is it like sheds like a layer of skin and escapes that way. I think some bugs can do that.
Huh. I guess so. I guess, yeah, there's
Like,
bugs
that's
that do
my
that.
guess.
Do you think it'd be named something that isn't U-turn? Like, U-turn makes sense for what it does, just not, like, flavorfully what it does.
I mean, like, dragonflies can, like, turn on a dime. They have, like, perfect flight control. I'm just throwing ideas that I
Let's
don't
see
know,
if it
man.
if it translates to something differently in not English.
We will stay in the dojo thing for armor. I'm not too attached to my normal outfit.
Got it. Nick, you're on the right track. U-turn in its Japanese name contains the hiragana for tonbo, which means dragonfly.
Huh. You did it. You figured out the secret of U-turn.
I mean, I obviously already knew that. I am a master of all things obscure and not important.
Oh god, do I need the bike for this?
No, they follow a route.
Okay.
just stand in front of
People
them.
keep on mentioning the bike, which I have not received yet.
In the chat?
No, in the game.
Okay.
The thought occurs to me that I never healed my
Oh,
Pokemon.
No. Can you run? I think
Uh,
you want to run.
I mean, we could try and beat this with just Alistair. I think in the worst case scenarios, I just
you lose
respawn
half your money.
in like a wild Pokemon battle.
I believe so. Or at least previously, whenever you ran out of Pokemon.
Well.
No!
I can't escape.
Good luck.
Don't use disable.
No!
Forehead gold.
Oh no.
I guess tackle.
It's... Hey! It's effective 75 power.
Yep.
Hell, it might actually be better than Peck right now.
Yeah, keep on trying to use yawn, because it's not working on the Hoodoo.
It's weird to me that Tackle has base 50 power now.
It's power creep.
It was like that since Gen 5.
Gen 5 is
just
black and white,
weird.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just weird, because as I was growing up, I always I want Scratch instead of Tackle, because Scratch had 40 power and 100 accuracy, whereas Tackle had 35 power and 95 accuracy. Oh, you should have been using that one.
Yeah, probably. Well, we're running out of moves.
Can't you only have one thing disabled at a time? Or did you run out of the moves?
No, I think you're right. Yeah. Peck should be back. Okay, disabled Peck, then you disabled Tackle.
Yeah. Now, you know what you need to do?
Go heal?
Make some bloody curry. Or can you do that yet?
I'm pretty sure I can. I already have the Pokemon camp. I'm not sure if I have ingredients for curry.
I know you have at least some. Because you got some from your raid battles.
Yeah, we're not using the Joy-Cons.
It's kind of funny. In the Wikipedia for curry, it's like curry may contain fish, meat, poultry, or shellfish, either alone or in combination with vegetables, may be dry or wet with a sauce or gravy based on broth, coconut cream, milk, or yogurt.
So
Or
is
bean
anything
paste,
is anything
or
not
tomato.
curry?
Curry's everything. Curry's the omni food.
Also may or may not be served with a side. I think a curry is just kind of thing in sauce.
Okay, as long as this
Yeah.
as long as making curry doesn't require the Joy-Cons, we're good.
Nope.
The Joy-Cons.
What are the Joy-Cons? They're the controllers for the Switch.
No, what's wrong with them?
Oh, they're attached to the Switch right now, and I'm not using them. I'm using the Pro Controller.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just hit buttons.
I mean, that's how most video games work.
Yeah, but Nintendo.
Sure.
Just 2 berries.
Yep, we're just gonna throw some
It
stuff in a
doesn't
pot.
actually matter. I think as long as you have the base ingredient, you can just make curry. Which will full heal your Pokemon.
Is this as hit as fast as it can?
If you're playing by yourself, yes.
Okay. As far as I know, there's no one else in here.
You don't want to spin this too quickly or it will splash.
Oh, I kind of
want to
remember
see
this
the
from like
sparkle?
making Poffins from Diamond and Pearl. I did that a
And
lot.
you have to make sure to time the heart correctly. It's got like a second delay.
I'm not sure if I
Not
made it
that
or I missed it.
matters. It doesn't matter.
I'm glad none of this matters. Spicy apple curry. I'm glad no Alistair likes it.
Also, you get XP.
Neat. Yeah, I really didn't cook that much in my original playthrough. Okay, I think we're done here.
Me and my roommate spent so much time in the wild area, so it's just like, yeah. We're just like, oh, we're low on, like, health? Let's all go over to each other's camp and make one super curry. Because the camp is basically between the camp and your remote box. You don't have to go to a Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
And then there's the fact that there'll just be guys standing around that will sell items. You actually don't need to go to a Pokemon Center.
God, the remote box is so nice.
You can definitely tell that a lot of people liked the changes that they included in Let's Go.
So,
Because that's one of them.
you know some amount of trivia, right? What is with the yellow thing on Slowpoke? What is that supposed to be?
I think that's supposed to be like poison, like a poison gland or something.
Huh.
Because I believe this one's a poison psychic type.
Oh, this thing way out levels me.
But not Alistair or Nick. Nickatou.
Let's bring out Nick again.
I got this.
Yeah. So far, I think you're MVP of the MVP of the day. You know what? Alistair probably would have been a good idea, so I could not have to deal with Yawn.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'll switch out to Alistair when Lotad falls asleep.
Yep.
Ah, screw your Yawn.
Did you know that there are Pokemon that you can get in this game that don't have Pokédex entries?
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
There's about 70.
70 of them.
70. Now, these were introduced in the second DLC.
Okay.
I think primarily. They're basically all legendaries. Or starters from other games.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I ever actually finished Crown Tundra on my actual file.
Ah.
Okay, what is this?
Included in the Pokemon that don't have them are Sun and Moon's starters and all of the Ultra Beasts.
Seems not good.
No, it does not.
Yeah, no. I think we're good. Yeah, no.
No, that just...
I feel like that just
Dude.
lowers. Well, that's lower that Pokemon's defense on average. Oh,
Like-
Bubble Beam.
If you go up against a, like, really big tank,
Alright, so that's better water gun.
yes. Thing to keep in mind with moves. Physical versus special damage types.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Nick. You're evolving.
Hey, I'm evolving.
You are evolving.
Into...
A slightly
You
bigger version.
sometimes-
Eh. Does he get a mustache, or is that his mouth?
Yes.
It's his mouth stash? You're a Lombre now. Aren't you so happy?
When do I get a beard?
I'm not sure you do.
And why
Is the
not?
Lombre's head thing a, like, full dish? Like, I know the Lotad, it had, like, a break in it. But I think a Lombre might be a Kappa. It is still asleep.
yeah, I'm gonna see if I have an awakening.
Okay.
So we can see him.
Awaken!
Nope. Alright, never mind.
Because, like, Golduck was based off of a Kappa, but also was missing its two, like, defining physical characteristics. The water ball on its head and the shell on its back. The Lombre has at least one.
Oh man,
Ooh!
it's an Abra.
You're not gonna try to get it?
I'm not sure if I can, like, I think it might be too powerful.
It's a 1-star. It should be about the same level as the other things you've been fighting.
Okay. We're bringing in Hoot Hoot. No, I probably
Does
want...
Hoot Hoot have... Should probably bring in Ghastly.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's got Payback and, well, Nick's not great, but...
Thanks.
Wow, look at that guy in the middle.
Such energy. I understand. He must be from, the...
Hang on, I haven't played in a while. Why is Avery gigantic?
This is the like the
The
big
Underdark.
evolution thing, or like Z moves.
So I knew Dynamax was a thing, so I guess this is
This is
that?
a raid battle.
Yes.
Okay.
Make
Can't say I
my-
get it.
Make my pocket monster grow!
Yeah, now we have a giant Ghastly. And some Pokemon have special Dynamaxes,
Yes.
like Gengar does. But only some.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And Meowth and Pikachu?
I know Snorlax does.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
In this DLC, there's a book that tells you the list of all of them with the special Dynamax.
And it gives you the ability to allow your Pokemon to do that.
Yes.
Alright, so, Tuxedo Mask, or whatever we call this Abra. Are we sticking with Slowpoke, or are we going with Abra?
Oh, I would go with Abra. I think Abra's a, Psychic is better as a glass cannon, and Abracadabra are better at that than Slowpokes are.
Oh, we got Psyshock.
Nice.
Alright, what are we naming this Abra? Tuxedo or Mask? Don't make me call it that, please. Give me another suggestion.
Joker.
Alright. I mean, he is pretty wild. Alright. You were short-lived, Tux Mask, but...
I think you would have had room for a Tuxedo Mask without spaces.
Yeah, probably.
It would have been...
Aaron, I have to say, I didn't see that suggestion coming.
Actually, no, there would have been enough room for space.
Yeah, there would have been room for 2 spaces.
Yes.
'Cause you have 12 characters, and Tuxedo Mask is 6 and 4.
Yeah.
Is that a Sailor Moon thing?
Tuxedo Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the
Okay.
guy who shows up and is like, "Ha, you're welcome, I saved the day." But he never does anything, he just like throws a rose around.
Can't say I ever watched the show.
I can't say I've watched the show in any time in the last 20 years, but I vaguely remember that.
Right.
That seems pretty standard for Alistair.
Will the guard
Well, he
follow
carried
me to the
himself in
water?
his own confusion?
Yes.
Yes. Fun fact, in ESO, if you just jump in the water, the guard stands at the shore and just watches you.
Fantastic.
Nice.
I want to get his shoes wet.
Which definitely makes robbing people at this pleasant little port a lot easier, because I just do it until I get caught and then jump in the water and swim away.
I think Tackle is better.
Yeah, Tackle's better. Oh, thank God Alistair didn't kill himself. Okay, we need the...
Generally something I would say yes.
High level is this guy? 17?
17.
Probably not gonna help.
No, probably not. That's disabled.
It sure is. What are we doing? We were tackling.
Tackling.
At least it used yawn.
That's the best you got?
Just keep on using yawn. Nope,
You
using
should
this.
have some decent technical records that you could put on a Pokemon now.
Yeah. Yeah, just stop using confusion and just use disable and yawn, please. It seems to be listening to me. And I appreciate this.
I don't know if the AI now just randomly picks one of its moves.
Yeah, wild Pokemon are random.
Are you level? Is Aaron 15 now?
Yep.
Should be leveling up next level, evolving next level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, we're done fighting. Oh, God damn it.
that thing's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, probably. We're gonna try and run from this one.
Oh, it's not that much stronger than some of the Pokemon you have. If it kills you, bring out your Ghastly.
Yeah, let's do it. I was hoping it only knows normal type moves.
Normal or fighting type. Which it appears that might be the case.
God, this is gonna be a long
no.
fight. What runs out first? This thing's health or the PP on payback? Alright, well, it has a fighting move.
Yep, it tried to use that last turn as well.
I thought it... Didn't it try quick attack?
It went, quick attack, knock your guy out. Quick attack does nothing. Double kick does nothing. Double kick does nothing. Quick attack does nothing. Double kick does nothing. I can safely assume that it has... What? What?
What?
What? What?
What does this move actually
Hold
do?
up. I was just like, looking up. What? After you?
Yeah. Alright, I think we can safely not kill it and bring it back down pretty low.
Oh. Why?
What does it do?
The target makes its move immediately after the user this turn.
Are you kidding me? I can't even catch it?
I'm not.
No, I can't even
don't
catch
think
it.
you have the badges. Nope.
Oh, God damn it.
Yay, something that we know what it did.
Ugh. All that work, I don't even get to catch it. Hey, John's level 14, and Aaron's level 16.
And Ghastly's now level 18.
Oh, you were right. Aaron's evolving!
Other than Gen 1, I think it's, Stars evolve at 16 and 32.
Aaron, you grew a bandana!
And a hoodie.
Natural evolution.
So after you is good is useful on a fast Pokemon because it forces the next person to go right after it.
Yeah, so if you put on a fast Pokemon in like a raid battle,
Or doubles or
and then
triples.
use it on a slow Pokemon, that slow Pokemon can use like their obscene like Earthquake or Surf.
Hold on, so what level was that Abra?
16.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, 2 evolutions there.
Yep.
Where are we going? We're going back to the dojo.
Oh, do you have a Kadabra already?
Yep. You don't have the badges, or I would tell you to acquire the sire.
Aw, netball. Somebody just dropped it.
Netball. which is actually pretty good if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I personally like Dusk Balls a lot.
When I was playing through this, like 90% of the time I used one of 2 balls. Can you guess what they were?
Well, if they're anything like me, at least one of them was Quick Balls.
Yep.
I don't know what the other ones would have been, but I know I relied very heavily on Quick Balls.
So Quick Ball and Timer Balls. Because whenever I went to catch a Pokemon, the first thing I would do is throw a Quick Ball. If the Quick Ball failed, I was now going to spend like the next 4 turns weakening it so I could catch it. And I believe at that amount they're better than an Ultra Ball.
Okay.
Turn 15.
Turn 15 is when they become the best they are.
Turn 4 seems too early.
So it would actually be turn 6 that would be using it on. Because turn 1 is ball that does nothing. Turns 2, 3, 4, 5 are spent weakening it. Turn 6 is when I throw the ball. Which...
Guys, I'm gonna dip out. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you
Okay.
later. All right. We have a choice. I feel like since I didn't take Grookey as my starter, and I usually take grass starters, I feel like I should probably take Bulbasaur.
Yeah, probably. When I hit this stage, I did not. I took the Squirtle because I knew I was transferring in my Bulbasaur from Let's Go, because it's my only shiny.
Yeah, let's take Bulbasaur.
It is the only shiny I've ever owned that was not the Red Gyarados.
I have a shiny Hoot Hoot that Aaron caught.
Nice.
Did you put it in your game?
Yeah, it should be in my main file.
So using the Timer Ball on turn 5 is better than an Ultra Ball.
Alright, what are we naming this Bulbasaur?
Oh, what's it? Reverend Green?
Where's that from? It sounds so familiar.
It is used in, The World's End, starring, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Oh, yeah.
But that in itself is a reference to Cluedo.
Huh.
Because in Cluedo, he was Reverend Green. In Clue, he was Mr. Green.
Alright, who are we getting rid of? Are we getting rid of anyone?
Well, Or if you're keeping him, you should probably get rid of Nick too,
Yeah.
because it's also a grass type.
Yeah, but Nickchu is also my my resident
MVP
water
right
type.
now.
So I think we're just gonna
Yeah.
keep Reverend Green in the box.
Okay.
It's into a box.
Or you could have gone rid of John.
I
I don't think we're using him very much.
gotta keep my orb.
Orb.
I've
You ever heard of Shrek the sheep?
no.
So
Does he live in a swamp?
No, but he is a famous sheep, or fairly famous. He escaped captivity. And then got finally caught after 6 years. And so wool sheep, are bred to produce a ton of wool. To the point that if they aren't sheared regularly, it's actually harmful to their health. The average fleece wool that is gotten from a shear is about 10 pounds. He had 60.
Jesus. It's a thick sheep.
That is a thick sheep.
We also remember to heal our Pokemon this time.
I hope you did.
I did.
Did you know that the top 5 single and double typing combinations account for almost 30% of all Pokemon?
I'm sorry.
So 5 combinations between
Oh,
either
okay.
single type or double type
Okay, I see what you're
account
saying.
for nearly 30% of all Pokemon. That
Is
is
normal
less than
flying
one
one of
per-
them?
Yes. I believe normal flying is 5.
Okay.
I believe I have that page still open. Yes.
Trying to think of the other ones. But yeah, I felt like flying. Oh, it's a Pikachu.
It is not actually.
Flying normal is not.
Normal flying is 8.
Oh wow.
26. So the first one I've already gone over. It's normal at nice.
Oh okay. Oh,
The
I thought it
next
was
one
like
is-
yep, just combinations.
No, like single or double.
Oh, okay.
So normal at nice.
Yep.
Next one is water at nigh. Just shy of nice, 68.
Ah.
And then we see a massive drop to grass at 43.
Oh. I thought it would mean
then-
fire. Fire being one of them.
Then it's psychic. Psychic is number 4 at 39. And then it's fire at 34. Fire is number 5.
Oh, good to
guess
know
which
fire
game
was on there.
contributes the most to that?
Is it just like red blue?
Yep, Gen 1 has the most mono fire types.
Huh.
As it has Charmander, Charmeleon, Vulpix, Ninetales, Growlithe, Arcanine, Ponyta, Rapidash, Magmar, and Flareon.
I mean, sure, we'll catch this. Just bring Ghastly again? Sure.
And 3 different games have 7 fighting types each. Gen 1, Gen 5, Gen 8. Speaking of, Gen 8 has the Pokemon with the highest physical attack.
Which
Actually
one?
has the top 2. One of them is the combo DLC Pokemon from Crown Tundra. And the other one is Sword.
As like the Sword Legendary?
Sword Legendary. The Sword Legendary, with their item, has the second highest physical attack in Pokemon. And I think its best move is Play Rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh good, somebody bought a Magikarp. It wouldn't be a max rate battle if somebody didn't bring a Magikarp. Does the fire ghost or the fighting ghost immunity work both ways? Or just one way? Can't remember.
I don't
It's only one way.
remember.
Cool. Because I know the normal ghost one, it works both ways.
Because ghosts are supposed to be shadows.
Yeah. Gengar is totally Clefairy's shadow, right?
Yep. Which is funny, because Clefable doesn't have immunity from Gengar anymore.
Because it's a fairy type now?
Because it's a fairy type now. Unless it's fairy ghost? Sorry, normal fairy? Nope, just fairy. Means it's not even immune anymore. That is a female Heracross.
I didn't even notice.
Yep. I only know how to tell for like a handful of Pokemon. It's like Heracross and Pikachu. And that's it. back and just be like, oh, that's a female.
Yeah, I know the Pikachu one's pretty obvious.
The Pikachu one is fairly obvious. The Heracross one is also fairly obvious. It either has the Warfan shape if it's female, or the standard, like, crescent if it's a male. At the end of its horn.
Female Wobbuffet has lipstick.
Yep, yep.
Of course it does. How else are you supposed to tell it's female?
Checking its undercarriage for wear and tear.
No. No.
Ah, yes. Use rock polish.
My favorite was one of the Pokemon I fought last week. And the Pokemon on my side just kept on using stat
Helping
buffs.
hand.
No, it was stat buffs, and then immediately got nullified every time for like 4 rounds.
Oof.
It was like, alright, stat buff, immediately gets nullified. Stat buff, immediately gets nullified. I'm like, please, just make an attack. Literally anything's more helpful than this. Hey, we caught it.
Yay. I wonder if John realizes that he's also deaf.
We got Leech Life.
Leech Life, one of the 20 power moves.
Yep.
Did you know the lowest power of a move without an effect is 40?
Alright, bug fighting type. Do we even want a bug fighting type?
Heracross is pretty good, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
No
sounds-
wonder there's other really cool Pokemon this gen.
Well, it's also like, do I want to take anybody out of our party right now? Nope, not the Pokedex.
I always hated
Huh.
that Pokedex is the top thing.
I think you can rearrange them. You might be able to rearrange them.
Maybe.
But that would involve using, I think, the touchscreen. I don't know. We have a pretty stacked team here already. Pretty stacked. All these Pokemon are perfect.
Pretty stacked like a tower of dice that falls over with a single cough.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'll be back in a moment.
Alright. I'm gonna try and find some mushrooms. Alright, well you told me there were mushrooms in here. Oh yeah, the stupid Diglets. I remember the mushrooms being like actual like things in the world, not just the shiny things, but I may be wrong. are you? Do you know what these mushrooms are? Finding a lot of tiny mushrooms.
I have returned.
Hello. I'm still trying
So
to find
you know
these
what
mushrooms.
you need to do, right? I remember where they are.
Are they not in this forest?
They're at the other end of the forest, or you could just go around the forest. They're in a cave at like the other end.
Okay, I thought it was. I remembered a different thing being in the cave. I was
At least
like,
I think the first time you get them is in the cave.
I remember looking for something in a cave, but he pointed me towards the forest.
I think you do the bridge behind you, and that leads you to the right cave.
Is this it?
I might also be wrong. I know it's in the cave. It's in the small tunnel thing.
Okay, this looks like over here is going to be a cave. Nope, that's just wild area. Maybe there's a cave over here though.
Nope,
Found a
this
big
is
mushroom.
wrong direction.
Yeah, no, this is a beach. And nope. Alright, let's try and find this cave.
The cave is by the mountain.
Oh, miracle seed.
But you know what you need to do, right? You need
Fine.
to grab your best move, stick it on John, and make him the MVP.
What move did I get that's the best move?
I don't know. You've got a bunch of moves from the raid battles.
Yeah, what do we have here? We have payback, swift, try attack, seed bombs and headbutt, shadow ball, psy shock, leech life.
Wow, he can't learn any of them except for payback.
I don't think that's worth it.
I think he's only got normal type moves right now.
Yeah.
And that's the one you can teach infinitely.
Oh yeah, right. It is a TM. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a bad move.
It's better than Growl and Copycat.
Yeah, but I guess copycat is more. Copycat's harder to use. Well.
Mhm.
So yeah. All right. There you go. John learns payback.
You should teach Shadow Ball to Alistair.
Is that one
Or
also?
to your Ghastly. That one's the, like, 80 powered...
Yeah, I know. I was just. It's a
Those
TR, right? So okay. So we only have one of
Mhm.
them.
But you can teach it to one of 3 Pokemon.
All right. So who are we most likely to keep in this party? I think the Ghastly.
I think the Ghastly.
Because I know Joker's getting replaced by Pokemon later. That I still plan on getting.
Is it the one that's Tuxedo Mask, but not the Pokemon you named Tuxedo Mask?
Yeah, it's the psychic Pokemon I
Okay,
know that's going
yeah.
to be in this party.
I have
sorry.
opinions about that one.
Oh, do you think you figured out which Pokemon I'm using?
Yeah, I know which one I would be using.
Which psychic
That's
type
way
that
later.
that happens later in the game?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna teach this to Ghastly. Yep, we can do that.
Mean look.
Yeah, these are all kind of. Alright. Well, that makes Ghastly
may
so
suck.
much better.
Oh yeah, no, Ghastly's now your MVP.
Yeah, Ghastly can now make attacks. And I believe I'm going to want to save the Zen Headbutt for that Pokemon I want to get. Because I believe it's a physical attacker.
Is it a physical attacker? Unless I'm definitely thinking of a different Pokemon.
It's a Galar-specific Pokemon. Alright, this looks like the cave. I think we found the cave.
I think so, yes. There should be a guy outside it that allows you to dig for walks.
Yeah, hold on. I need to grab this Ditto real quick.
Ditto?
Not Ditto, Diglett. I mean, we can't be sure. Hey, look, it's this guy. Hi, Cubone. More Ditto. More Diglett. Fuck.
So, I heard a theory about Cubone.
Okay.
So, the Pokédex entry says it wears the skull that belongs to its mother.
Yes.
And that has continued since Gen 1, when the Gen 1 was clearly referring to Marowak.
Yeah.
However, it makes no sense if it's the skull that its mother had for a head is the skull that it's had.
Alright, we
The
found a
theory
mushroom.
Is the skull it's wearing is a Charizard skull, and Cubones are predators of Charizards. Because it's like a ground rock type, which is super good against Charizards.
I guess so.
I think he fights
You're
you
not
either
sure.
way. Then, it giving it skull is like an heirloom thing, as opposed to a mother always dies sort of thing.
Alright.
Which is also pretty metal.
Let's try out the Shadow Ball.
Yep. 80 base power with the stab. Even if the Ghastly is unevolved, it should still fucking rock. Right?
So it doesn't die.
Ghastly is Psychic type. But we also know that it's very fast.
Yeah, Shadow Ball.
This should one-shot.
Does it actually do anything?
What? Shadow Ball is an effect, or
No, they said like it's banned from now on. I'm not sure if that's like an actual thing.
I don't think so.
Well, we're gonna keep on Shadow Balling whatever they throw out.
Oh look, a Kadabra.
I could definitely see that being like a thing in the fight, being like, "Ha! I'm gonna disable one of your moves." All right. Well.
Kadabra's faster.
Yep. Sure is.
Rip.
All right. Who are we bringing out next then?
Kadabra?
Yeah, we could
No,
also.
your Kadabra is way worse. Yeah.
Nick.
Nick 2, use Astonish.
Yep. Oh, and it has. I think it has a bigger gap. Yeah, it has a bigger gap
Yeah.
than the other one.
Damn. I was hoping it was a Kappa. Because Kappas are cool.
All right. Let's not get killed by this, please.
You're dead.
Yeah, we're dead. All right. Who are we bringing out next?
John!
Sure. John's gonna fucking die.
I don't think it's super effective. It might be able to survive a hit.
Fear my orb.
Nope.
Aaron? Alistair?
I think Aaron's got better stats.
Aaron's a lower level, though.
Also, depending on how much life it's at, Aaron can quick attack because they have like 0 physical defense.
That's fair. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try and do that. Nope.
Oh no.
Please don't be one shot. Alright, we got this.
Quick!
And we might be reviving this Ghastly.
You know what you like in this fight?
Yes. Woobat.
Woobat. I do not remember what type of Woobat is.
I had no idea either.
Woobat. Psychic Flying.
Alright. How fast could it possibly be?
Kick. I don't think it's very fast. Let me quickly check.
It's not fast.
Its
I
base
can.
speed is 72 versus what's your Pokemon called?
It's not Score Bunny. It's not Score Bunny's the first one.
But thou hell, Raboot, 94. If you're the same level, you should be faster.
Oh, we are the same, so I guess we'll just try Ember. Just so we get the stab.
Thank you, Smogon.
Well, we're Baron. I have to say, doing armor and when I am, definitely adding to the challenge here.
Yup.
Alistair or Joker?
Uh,
I think Alistair.
Alistair might be able to fight. If Alistair drops, Joker goes in and you use Revive on Joker's turn.
Yeah. Alright. A good voice is the best thing we have, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Alright, that gives me hope that we'll survive this.
Provided it doesn't crit again, you should survive this hit
Yeah.
and maybe next hit.
Oh, won't need to.
Right? Because
We did it.
a lot of times when increases now, that means double each time. That's echoing voice.
Yeah. You beat me, barely. I beat you barely. Oh! And we're getting Hoothoot. Alistair's leveling up. Alistair's evolving.
According to Smogon, for every consecutive turn this move is used by at least one Pokemon, this move's power is multiplied by the number of turns to pass, but not more than 5.
Okay.
So if you have multiple Pokemon with echoing voice, and one goes down, the next one still get a boost. So first time it's base 40 power, second time is base 80, third time is base 120.
Yay, all the Diglets in that cave. All 3 of
Yep.
them. Yay. Alright, I believe that was all the mushrooms we need, so we can just head back to the dojo.
Mhm. Unless you grind for them out of stream, you're only gonna get the one.
Yep. Probably.
Because it's something like you have to do like 3 raids to have one show up in one of 4 locations,
Jesus.
and you need 3.
Alright. Can we just fly back to the dojo? Yes, we can. Alright, we're not going to walk back. I was expecting more of a loading screen there. Alright.
It's a switch. It's solid state.
That does not stop this game from having loading screens.
No. Also, you forget the fact that Game Freak are bad programmers, so they probably have the entire world loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it, and now we've made everyone sad. Good job, us.
Yay.
Yay, everyone's sad.
According to Bulbapedia, it will respawn in the Courageous Cavern, Brawler's Cave, Forest of Focus, or Warm-Up Tunnel. A single cluster will spawn after 3 max raid battles.
Okay.
And you need 3 max mushrooms.
Dear God. Alright, so which Pokemon are we going to choose to be able to Dynamax? Or Gigantamax?
Isn't the answer obvious? It's
Maybe?
gonna be... It's either going to be your starter, or you're going to have to get somebody to trade with you so you can get that Gengar.
Hmm. I feel like we can definitely set up somebody with a Pokemon Switch and with Switch and Pokemon, so I can do that at some point.
Do you have Nintendo Online?
I do.
Cool, so do I.
Cool. We'll do that at some point, I guess. But we need to make Ghastly a Haunter at least. Before we do that.
And you might as well, at like level 30, Alakazam if you don't plan on getting rid of it by that point.
Yeah, well, we'll see. The plan is as soon as we get Cub Fu, we're going to go back to doing the actual story. I feel like Hop's been waiting to get his ass kicked long enough. Now I just wish that meant that I could Gigantamax.
Yes.
My Pokemon are the normal size, but I'm just humongous.
Have you played Nexomon Evolution?
I have not.
You should. That's all I will say. Is you should.
Okay.
I think it's a better Pokemon. Mechanically speaking. Design-wise, Pokemon has knocked it out of the fucking park. But gameplay-wise, I think Nexomon is better as a whole.
Okay.
Right, this thing you will never touch.
I don't even remember this thing. What is this thing?
It's a crafting thing?
Huh.
If you put certain things in it, it may produce another thing.
No, I hate it. Alright, now I think I fight someone.
Ah, yes. The Cram-O-Matic.
Yeah, what does this thing do?
If you put in apricorns, there's a chance you will get, certain Pokeballs.
Okay.
Or if you put in specific combos, you'll get certain items. Like if you mix 3 Dynite ores and 1 of any item, you get a PP up.
Okay. I wonder how much harder Avery is going to be this time. Because I literally just fought them. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll save.
Or you can throw in specific combos of junk to get certain TRs and or rare candies and or other items.
This sounds incredibly random.
Yes. Oh, there's tons of recipes. But good luck.
Alright, I think we're gonna start with the Ghastly this time. I guess this will give us a better chance. Where are
What are
they?
you trying to do?
We're looking for the XP candy. There we go. God, I have 32 of these.
Yep. I think they give like 100 XP each.
We'll give you 10 of them and see what happens.
I could very much be wrong.
Yeah, no, it was 100 each. Okay, you can learn Curse. one's curse. Very descriptive.
Give me a sec.
I think this one is like a.
I think it's
I
bad.
think it's a dot if it's a ghost type. If the Pokemon using it's a ghost type. And if it's not, it's a stat boost move. Either way, I don't think it's very good.
You lose half of your maximum HP rounded down. And they will lose a quarter of their maximum HP round down each turn.
That sounds not great. I think we'll ditch it.
Yeah. If it's not ghost type, it's actually not a bad move.
Yeah, it's a stat boost thing that deals damage to you, right?
It drops your speed, but raises your attack and defense.
We'll level up the orb too. Yeah, we'll
Just give all your extra smalls.
Yeah.
And
We'll bring
still
it closer
under
to
level.
being. Oh man, why don't learn double kick?
Hey, it's a nether type.
Yep. Growler.
Get rid of Growl.
Yeah.
It's a defensive type Pokemon. There is potentially use for Defense Curl. Also, if you get rollout.
Okay. I think we're fine with being level 17. That brings it at least closer to their Pokemon's level last time. Is there a Psychic type team leader in Galar? I don't think there is. There's Ghost. There's Fairy.
I don't believe so, but I know that the gym leaders change depending on version.
Yeah, it's one gets fighting, one gets Ghost, I think. And I had the
There are
version
two
with Ghost.
things.
Oh look, it's Ponyta.
Oh, is it, Yep.
Look, it's a Ponyta. It's a Psychic type Pokemon.
Is it Psychic or is it Fairy?
It is, I believe it's Psychic. It might be Psychic Fairy when it evolves. Is this really the first time I've run into Dynamax outside of raid battles? I guess it is.
I guess so, yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, I guess we're gonna fucking destroy this Ponyta. My large gassy orb. Holy shit.
What? Oh, fuck. You definitely should use Dynamax candies on whichever one you're going to give the mushroom soup to.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that immediately went badly. Well, you're like my highest level Pokemon, so let's see how you do. Alright, level 23. Alright, that's a bit higher than my Pokemon. And this is why we saved.
Yep. So... Shield, you get Ghost and Ice, whereas in Sword, you get Fighting and Rock.
Oh, okay.
There's not a Psychic-type gym leader.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we're winning this one.
So what level is, it?
The Ponyta's level 23.
Oh! That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll try, and then when we fail, we'll restart.
Restart and just leave.
Yeah, I think we might need to do some grinding.
Come back in 5 levels.
Yes.
Psychic-type Pokemon are nasty.
Yeah.
I think they might be the best type in the game in general.
They're definitely one of my favorite. Grass and Psychic are my two favorite types.
They're not my favorite. I just think they're the best.
Ah. No, I just really like Grass and Psychic.
I don't really care about grass. I like my water types.
Yeah, well, I have a thing with, I don't know why I pecked there. Objectively, like the word. Oh, wow. Good job, Alistair, on being able to take a hit from this thing.
Oh yeah, I looked it up. Noctowl has some pretty good stats overall. Like, I think it's got a total of like 450 base stat across the board.
Well, it might be the only Pokemon that actually take down a Pokemon here. Good job. Oh boy.
Well, you're dead.
Alright, so...
You need to keep and hope that you're faster. Because Echoing Voice is the only way you're going to win this. And if you don't use it now, you're not going to get that extra damage buff.
Yeah. Feel like the Kadabra's probably faster.
The Kadabra is probably faster.
I can't remember
That's
which one
why
we
I
actually
said
outsped. Nope. Oof. Alright, so... we can either take the loss here, or we can try and revive this Noctowl and hope it can
Try
win.
to revive the Noctowl with your revive herb. Because I think that's effectively a max revive.
It is a max revive. On the other hand, even if I take down the Skidabra, there's still 2 more Pokemon.
That's fair. That's fair.
We'll give
But-
this an honest try.
If you're just gonna load,
Yeah.
there's
Might
no
as well.
reason not to go all out.
Holy shit, you survived.
There's another Pokemon.
Yep,
You've got an actual max revive.
I do. How all in are we on Alistair? Because I could just revive another Pokemon so that they can max revive Alistair again.
Well, his last Pokemon is going to be the Slowpoke slash Slowbro.
They have also yet to Dynamax a Pokemon.
So
Oh, we might want to max. We might want to restore Ghastly then. Actually,
I think so. I think you max revive Ghastly. Ghastly is also quite fast.
Also, I just noticed that I never gave Ghastly a nickname.
Yes. Because you're like, I'll worry about it later.
Yeah, I know the name rater's like pretty easy to find in this game. I'm pretty sure.
I think he's just in every Pokemon Center.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay, we're gonna go Alistair because Ghastly won't outspeed this.
Yeah. I
And
don't think
Alistair can take a hit.
Alistair can take a hit.
I hope. This Cadaver's also level 24.
There's a chance of surviving another hit.
Oh, good one. Oh, wow.
His attack did exactly half, which means that there's a chance for a range. Unfortunately, you're now dead.
Maybe we'll miss.
I think Psybeam is 100% accuracy.
Yeah. Alright. Ghastly, you got this.
Hope you're fast.
I mean, he's pretty fast. I'm not sure he's faster than Kadabra, that's 4 levels ahead of him.
Shadow Ball? Hope.
Maybe
Nope,
he'll survive
you're dead.
this. Maybe he'll
Nope,
survive.
super effective.
Nope. Goodbye. Alright.
We'll be back in a minute, folks.
No, that's going to restart. Feel free to look at what games I'm playing on Switch. Alright, so that didn't go well.
It didn't go as poorly as it could have.
Yeah, we took out, like, a Pokemon.
A Pokemon and a half.
Yeah.
Considering how you were fighting fast psychic types that were 4 to 6 levels higher than your entire team?
See, loading screen. Alright. I guess let's go fight some Pokemon.
Or you can go back and fight Hop.
Yeah, I guess so. You can see the whale lord out in the distance.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Alright, yeah. Let's come back for this Cubfu at a different point. Okay, good. I can't go back to the normal map. Alright, back to Motostoke.
Motostoke almost sounds like motor smoke, which is fitting considering how one of the nicknames for London is the Big Smoke or just the Smoke.
I legit did not think this was gonna happen this soon.
What, fight Hop?
Yeah, I thought you fought him at the next town, not on the way as soon as I take a step to the left.
I was expecting him to just be there. I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, I was like, oh, I'm sure I'm gonna have to fight him before the next gym battle, like at the next town. No, apparently it's right now. I see. While I was off in the dojo, you were studying the orb. Sure. I guess the stab was better there. I don't think it really matters. I'm almost 10 levels ahead of him.
Yeah.
Alright, who's next?
Oh right, I had Noctowl's Seridipidous page loaded. Yeah, his base stats is a total of 452 with 100 health, 50 attack, 50 defense, 86 special attack, 96 special defense, and 70 speed.
Not bad.
Yeah.
You're strong your first evolution.
Well, he doesn't have a second evolution.
No, the Grookey.
Oh, yeah. Grookey.
Who I went with on my original playthrough.
So did I.
His final evolution just plays the drums. And his Gigantamax has the entire drum set.
Yes.
It's fucking rad.
I'm not a fan of a lot of the grass type starters, but the last couple have been awesome.
Yeah, like, I really like Rowlet. I don't even know what Pokemon he's bringing out. It's good. Aaron, I'm sure you can handle it. Yeah, I liked Rowlet. I wasn't a huge fan of the X and Y one. I don't even remember its name. What was the thing that just became a giant ball?
X and Y starters. Oh, Chestbin.
Yeah, Chestbin. I wasn't a huge fan of Chestbin. Or at least it's like other evolutions other than Chestbin. And wasn't a huge fan of Snivy.
So, let's see. Let's just quickly go through the grass starters. So Bulbasaur.
Yep,
Classic.
like Bulbasaur.
It's a dinosaur with a thing on its back. It just sucks that in Gen 1, it was so easy to get grass types that were good.
There are definitely two of the. I think my two favorite grass types are grass starters are definitely tied between two.
So Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Ivysaur is cool.
Yeah.
Chikorita, don't care.
I'm fine with Chikorita. Like,
they are so meh to me across the board.
yeah, just
And I don't think their stats were and moves were very good either.
No, I think they were the worst starters in that game. What was I gonna do? Right. We got a thing. Where's the battle stuff?
Then there was Trico.
I'm more of Trico. Yeah, I like Trico.
I didn't like his design initially. It just looked like he had a giant ball sack. But the design has definitely grown on me. Let's see. And, Sceptile, I think, is a pretty cool. Like, final evolution kind of looks like a grass dragon. I like Turtwig conceptually, I just don't care applicably.
Turtwig is one of the two that are tied for my favorites.
And I totally understand. I'm just not a huge fan of the design and application.
I'm not as much of a fan as Turtwig as I am a fan of Torterra.
That's fair. But like the line, it's like I like them, but there's something about that just doesn't hit it for me. Even though I should absolutely love them.
I was so happy when they showed up in Detective Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
First of all,
that made that
movie
made
is
that
fucking
movie
amazing.
that made that movie for me. I'm like, oh my god, Torterra's actually.
As a Pokemon fan, that was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
First of all, they played on the fact that some Pokemon just kinda suck. Like the Cubone being like, dude, it's a Cubone.
Yeah.
The Lickitung.
Mm-hmm.
But also played into type with some, like the Psyduck. The Psyduck was great.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how we view a Psyduck through a slightly more realistic lens.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a walking bomb. It's great.
Ooh. Sorry. We're learning Flame Charge.
Oh, yeah. Just get rid of Ember.
Yeah.
Your special attack is so much lower than your physical attack that it's not even worth using if the opponent has super high physical defense instead of special defense. And then the Torterra showing up was awesome. The entire plotline with Mewtwo, as a fan, loved.
That was really cool.
Because I think we both had that moment where we were like, is this retelling the story of the first movie?
No, it's just referencing it though.
It's just, this is a sequel!
Yeah.
And the fact that it was playing with our expectations was awesome. And that Mewtwo, after having mellowed out for several years, that's how I could see that Mewtwo being.
Yeah.
It stayed to his character, as a character. And then the secretary?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, that was a perfect moment.
Yeah.
You can tell that movie was made by fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything about it screamed, yeah! That's what this would be like. Even like the Apoms that before getting Rage Virus were just kind of like general pests. Cute, but still pests. And the underground battle arena? Fucking amazing!
Yeah.
Like, I want the team that worked on Detective Pikachu to make more Pokemon movies.
Did
Cause
they already
know
announce a
what
sequel?
they're doing. Maybe?
I think
And
I remember hearing
here's
something about
something
a sequel.
which I think is probably the most important part is the movie was great and you can still play the game.
Yeah.
Because after a certain point, the plotline just diverges.
Hmm.
without being bad this divergence. You can talk about the movie and not be spoiled for the game.
Alright, I'm gonna beat up a small child.
Okay. To be fair, I think your character is only supposed to be like 12, and she looks like she's supposed to be 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Because anime age. Right, we were talking about grass starters.
We were. I'm sorry. I went on a terror tangent.
And then I jumped on that tangent.
You sure did. You rode it all the way to the station.
Yup.
Alright, we're gonna level up John. Try and level up John a bit.
At least I did fall asleep on the tangent, so I knew how to make my way back.
Yep. Yeah. Alright, so we're talking about Turtwig.
So Turtwig just doesn't... It's cool, but it doesn't have that design that makes me go like, I love this Pokemon. Rowlet.
Snivy's next.
Oh. Yeah, why is it in the wrong direction? That's weird. Yes. Snivy. Snivy's fine.
I'm not a huge fan of Snivy, but I also didn't play Black and White.
I'm not a huge fan, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with it, design-wise. It is a meh design.
Yeah.
The Chespin line? Kinda bad.
Yeah, I'm not a I like Chespin. I don't like any of its
I think
evolutions.
Chespin is cute.
Chespin is cute in a way that a starter needs to be. The evolutions aren't cool in the way the evolutions need to be.
Yes. Also, I have an opinion regarding X and Y. I feel that Greninja should have been fighting type and Chestnut should have been dark type.
Okay, yeah.
I think you could have very easily been like, oh yeah, that's a grass dark type or that's a water fighting type. That just makes sense. And what does is it balances the triangle.
I have to say, like, I think the designs for the other two Pokemon in that, the other two starters in that generation, knock it out of the park, though.
Yeah. I'm not as big of a fan of Brokey itself, but I do like the other evolutions.
Yeah. And I like Fennekin.
Yes, Fennekin is cute.
And then it just becomes a wizard.
Brayton and Delphox, they work.
Yeah.
They really work. Like, Brazen being like a witch, Delphox being a just wizard, like, it works. It's a cool design.
Yeah.
Then we get to the Aloha.
Oh man, yeah, I'm ready to talk about Rowlet. God, do I love me some Rowlet.
Rowlet is adorable. Which, again,
Rowlet feels like a Pokemon, like focus tested to please me. I mean, it's an owl wearing a bow tie, and I love owls. They are my absolute favorite animal.
Dartrix, its middle evolution, also is good.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall into the problem that a lot of starters have, where they feel like they're just an awkward version of the third evolution.
Yeah. Actually feels kind of like a grown-up version of the first evolution, more than a dumbed-down version of the final one.
Yes. And to sit and the third evolution,
yep,
I think is an awesome design.
Yeah. The CGI.
Decidueye. I was looking at, and I just could not translate it in my head, so I didn't even bother. An archer owl?
Yep.
And it just looks so cool.
I find it a bit strange that it switches the ghost type, but like, still cool.
Yeah. And then going to the other two evolutions, stars there. I like Litten. I like Incineroar. Torcat is fine.
Yeah.
It feels like just kind of a cat that's... It looks like a calico that's just red instead of white, or a lighter orange. Is just a cat.
It sure is. It's a cat that shoots up fiery furballs.
Yeah. Which is fine. It's still cute, because cats are cute. But Incineroar is fucking awesome.
Yeah. You got oh god, Droopy? No.
Poplio.
Poplio, that's it. I had the name in my head and then forgot it.
I don't like that line.
Well, you don't like the clown seal?
I don't like the clown seal. I don't like the other clown seal, and I don't like the pop idol. I don't like their look.
Yeah.
Even liking water type Pokemon a lot, I don't like their look.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan of that line either. The other two lines, hell yeah.
Other two lines are like fantastic. The Rowlet line is perfect.
Yep.
Lynn's line, it has a good start and a good end. There's no problems with it. It's just middle evolution isn't great, and I don't like Poplios. Then we get to Galar. Now we can start really diving into it. Grookey is adorable.
Yeah.
Thwacky? I don't particularly like.
It tells
Because
you
it
how much
feels
I am,
like-
how much my opinion on them that I don't actually remember what that Pokemon actually looks like.
It just looks like a moody version of Grookey.
Ah.
I also didn't play with that one very much. Mostly because I picked up my game after my two roommates, or I might have been away at the time. So when I started playing, they were already like level 40. So I hopped into a couple raid battles and just threw the XP candy at my starter so I could take... Actually, no. They traded me a Pokemon with an extra large EXP candy on it. And
Okay.
I just threw that on my starter so I could take part in their raid battles.
Ah. I just completely skipped that, the entire middle,
Basically just skipped it. I like Rillaboom.
Oh, this is not a good.
What did I end up calling? Oh, I need to turn on my Switch. I need to know what I named my my Rillaboom. Give me a moment.
No problem. I'm just gonna
I
beat up this timber.
as I pick up my
Alright, another timber.
my Switch so I can look at what I named my Rillaboom. Also, when I played through this game, I nicknamed all my Pokemon.
Yeah?
All of them.
Every single one you've picked up?
Every single one.
Hmm.
Unless I was explicitly catching it to trade to somebody.
Ah. I don't know. I name Pokemon sometimes, but not all the time.
Well, I made a concerted effort, be like, that's what a lot of people will do in like Nuzlocke, is one of the rules is you have to nickname all of your Pokemon to have a better attachment.
Ah.
It worked. Because it's like, oh yeah, this Pokemon. Oh yeah, I love my team. Pokemon Shield. Connect. Let's see, where is it? Was it? Billy Kong. As both a Donkey Kong thing and a reference to a Billy Club, which is a
I would like the
name
police use.
for the English police use.
Ah, yes.
I was really proud of myself for that one. That's why it's like, I have to look up what I named it.
Alright, good. A matchup John can actually win.
I don't think I named my legendaries.
I don't remember if I named my Rillaboom or not. I'm sure I did. I just don't remember what I named it. I do remember that my Torterra in Diamond was named Tank.
Nice. I know my Dreadnought was named Water Bowser.
I just remember getting that Torterra to the point where it could solo the lead four.
Nice. And I have all the Pokemon that I'm gonna put into the next game in a single box.
Nice. I don't know. The only one I'm like really important to me that I like bring over is I usually have Tank, and I have the shiny Hoothoot from Aaron. Because again, I like owls.
Yep.
So of
I
course.
named my Alakazam Double Sunday, which is also a double, like, reference pun. Because not only does he have 2 spoons, so Double Sunday, but that's also the name of Raditz's moves in the beginning of DBZ.
Ah.
I have my Berserker. I've got a lot of Pokemon. Did they get moved around?
Oh, I was so close to taking it out.
But, so, Grookey, Thwacky, Rillaboom, they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the starters in this game.
Yep, yep. I had to look it up, sorry.
Ah.
Sorry, viewers. Scorbunny, Baboot, Cinderace, I think are a great trilogy.
Yep. And they definitely lean into like the kind of sports theme of this game.
Yes.
Like the most out of all of them.
And the Gigantamax Cinderace. amazing.
Oh, what does he do? I don't think I've seen that one. Or what does he look like, I guess?
He's riding a giant fireball.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I know one of the moves, Cinderace, the last one, gets is like you kick a soccer ball at the opponent.
Yes.
I would know a lot more of this if I had actually played that with that starter in the beginning, but nah,
you
it was
didn't.
Rillaboom.
Yeah.
Well, look at this guy. He
He's,
can
like,
afford Great
standing on
Balls.
top. I wish you could switch out what ball your Pokemon was in.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Even if you destroyed the old ball that they were in, like you don't get back, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because, like, I like the look of, like, the luxury ball. But I'm never going to catch anything with it. So Cinderace is really good. I don't really like the Swabble line.
No. The first one, it just looks depressed.
The first one just looks depressed. The second one just looks emo. And I just don't care about the third one.
Yeah.
It also doesn't help that when I've played with it, they did not line up its attack source well. So it will hold out its hand and fire it like finger guns.
Yep.
The blast of water comes out of its mouth.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, like they didn't even try. And that is why it's like... And that's why I wish that Pokemon Company just put a little bit more effort in.
Yeah.
Because it's clear that they just have like an intern that goes map tail, map mouth. And they just mark those positions. And the attacks just go shoot from mouth. But it's like, they could have like 4 or 5 like minor animations for Pokemon. And just have it use that.
Yeah.
Or just make sure that the blast comes from the right point. Tail Whip is such a, like, terrible animation. Pick up model. Turn model 180 degrees.
Shake a bit.
Wiggle model back and forth a bit. Turn it back to starting position.
Sure, I guess I'll take a free.
I
deal.
could make a more dynamic animation using a literal toy in my hand.
Yeah.
Like, that is bad.
I know you can get EVs in this field.
Yes.
I know because I had to grind EVs when I was trying to get all the Pokemon in this game. Because I just need to get all the evolutions.
Oh, I didn't even bother trying to go for all of them. Yeah! Galarian Meowth.
How did I forget this was a thing?
How did you? Its evolution is the best Pokemon in the generation.
I don't even remember what that looks like.
You don't remember Berserker?
No, I don't, actually.
I kind of don't want to distract you, but at the same time, like...
Oh, no, go for it. I mean, it's turn-based, like... Go ahead and... send me an image of that thing.
Come on. Come on, Bulbapedia.
I'm sure as soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh, that thing!
Followed by either, I love it, or I hate it.
That sounds about right. We'll keep on playing with John.
That's why I did show. This is not wrong. Come on.
There we go. There's some damage. Alright, John, don't hurt yourself in your confusion. You had one job.
There you are.
Oh yeah, that thing. Oh god, I hate it.
I love it. Is the only Pokemon both me and my roommates all had in our final party.
John, you failed me. Goddamn, hit himself 3 times in a row with confusion. Which is about on par for John.
Yep. You should see if there's any moves your Noctowl can learn from your TMs or TRs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, currently he's kind of the MVP.
Currently he's the MVP. He'll get swapped out later in the game, but right now he's just solid and he looks cool.
Yeah. Oopsie dot.
That was one thing I made sure to do when I went to Japan the first time.
Pokemon
It's
store?
in Owl Cafe.
Ah.
I also went to the Pokemon store, but I will just end up going there every time because it's in the same mall as J-World, which is some of the most fun that I've had in Japan every time.
Hey, look, it's the gym leader. Hell
Yep.
yeah, I'm in the gym challenge. I'm the one with the number 69.
Nice. Are you related to Krillin? You don't have a nose either.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. Let's make it hard to breathe. Alright, so... Is he gonna fight me here? Yep, her little dog.
Yep. I definitely had a Yamper and Voltund in my original party until it just got removed because it was just kind of bad.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted it to be good.
Yeah? You wanted to bring the Corgi all the way?
Well, I liked the look of Voltund.
Yeah.
I think that's a really well-designed Pokemon. But unfortunately, electric types just tend to be bad.
Yeah.
Electric types are definitely probably one of my least favorite typings overall. Just because they're just basically all bad. Or they look bad. Zapdos is like one of the exceptions.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm curious. I just want to see Pokemon Electric and Sword and Shield.
This looks like a Dynamax.
Nope, that one also looks dumb. Draco Zolt. Galvantula looks pretty cool, but it's a bug type. Oh, the Sphinx Luxio Luxray is... That's a good electric type.
Luxray? Yeah, Luxio
Yeah.
Luxray.
It falls into a very... Even though it looks like if Shadow the Hedgehog was a dog.
Yep. The superior electric dog.
Mm-hmm.
Is this place supposed to be the Stonehenge?
Yes.
Or is there a different Stonehenge in this game?
No.
I honestly
there's
can't
a-
remember.
There's a... I think this is supposed to be Stonehenge, but it's not the important thing that also looks kind of like Stonehenge. Because there's a rock that you have to be under in order to evolve the Yam Mask into... Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes! It's
Yep.
terrifying!
Yep. I also remember that it has to be like at 1 HP. Or something.
It's got really weird things that there's no way you would know without looking them up. But
The bridge looks fine, dude.
I need to close some of these tabs.
Can't go swimming yet. Alright.
So, in Sword and Shield, there are 4 electric types that I like the look of.
Okay.
Maybe 5.
So we already know Luxio Luxray.
So, Luxio, Luxray. I think that's a cool design.
Yeah.
Zapdos. Classic. Though that almost certainly has in part to do with the second movie.
Yep. I remember loving that movie.
Galvantula, I think, is a pretty cool design.
Okay, are you gonna fight me? How the hell did you do that fast?
How do you do what?
Hop beat the
Oh.
gym in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Alright, but we're not going to do that. What we are going to do...
I like Boltund. He's a good boy. And kind of Toxtricity.
Which one's that one?
That's the rocker one.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see if we can do this time. We've leveled up some.
Going back.
Yep, we're going for punishment.
Did you make sure to put a move on Knocked Out?
No, we will do that now. And we'll make beating Avery the last thing we do tonight. Do we also
Okay.
want to try and level up Ghastly? I'm not sure when it evolves. I feel like it's so far away
No.
from that.
I think we want to see if we can stick a Dark or Ghost type move on Alistair.
Right, so that's a no on payback. You can learn his
no.
Zen Headbutt? No.
No, unfortunately. it
Yeah, it
cannot.
doesn't look like we have a lot of options here. Yeah, but do we want to try and
Zen
level?
Headbutt is physical.
Yeah, it's physical.
Ghastly's not going to be super useful because its attack's going to be super effective unless you want to dump all the candies you have on Ghastly,
Yeah, I mean, we have...
including rares. Like, use the EXPs, use the rares, use the Dynamax. Just dump everything on him because he needs extra speed. And maybe he'll hit Haunter.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think
Actually,
we'll just...
what level?
Does Ghastly evolve at?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
let me quickly check.
Because if we can do that, then we might do that before we go into this battle. But our Pokemon are higher level now, at least. We are
Yes.
closer to Avery's level. But I think Alistair can pretty easily deal with at least Avery's first couple Pokemon, even without Dynamaxing. And Avery's probably going to Dynamax the Slowpoke.
So, Ghastly, Gen 8 Dex, evolves at level 25.
Oh, right. So I don't think we're going to get there. We might.
It seems to be in one of the fast level up groups. So, if we can get 2 levels through the EXP candies,
I guess we'll
And then
try. I mean, like,
we-
it's not like we're going to run out of EXP candies. We can always do more
and
max.
that's where we would put it anyways for
Yeah.
on Ghastly.
And I feel
'Cause he
like
needs that.
Ghastly might end up being a permanent fixture to this party.
Yeah, like Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar. It's just kind of a good Pokemon in general.
Yeah, alright.
Can we get one more level?
From
Probably.
7 these?
Yeah.
I mean, we can't use all of them. Or we can just go fucking all of them. Whatever. Oh, right. I don't think we need to use the rare
Cool.
candies.
Don't need to use the rare candies.
Oh, Looned Hex.
Don't know what Hex is.
Please look it up. Oh, I guess I can
It'll
look this
show
up.
you right here.
Yeah, it sure will.
Double damage to
It does matter.
probably.
Yeah, 2 things. I mean, we
Sorry,
have
give me a
Hypnosis. I mean, we have Hypnosis.
Yeah, doubles damage if has a non-volatile status condition, which I'm assuming means like an actual one with like the status bubble.
Yeah, and we have. I mean, we have Hypnosis to do sleep. I mean, it is just
you
like.
might as well get rid of Lick.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just get rid of Lick because it's like
Lick is
we're probably not using Lick anyway.
shit. Yeah.
All right, now you're gonna need to be in a battle to evolve. No, you're not. Good. And this is where I accidentally pressed B. Hey, Haunter.
He goes from having base 310 stats
Oh, and Shadow Punch.
to... which is... to 405. He gets 20...
Which is a
He
physical,
gets
which is
30%
bad.
stronger.
Like
No, you want physical. Oh, also never misses.
Yeah, but Haunter's physical is really bad.
Hunter's physical.
Like, I
is
definitely want to
really
use the
bad.
special attack here.
Yeah,
So I think I just keep it. I think I just forget Shadow Punch.
yeah,
Because it's not what this Pokemon wants to be doing.
yeah. And its physical attack is so bad. And use the Dynamax candies.
Sure.
This will mean that when you Dynamax them, they have more health.
Okay. All of them.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hunter is probably what you're going to give the soup to as well.
Yeah, probably. Alright, let's save. So if we do die somehow, we don't have to do that all again. And we want to lead with... Is Haunter now going to outspeed it? Or should I stick with Alistair?
What's his speed?
61?
His speed, base speed is 65 versus... Give me a sec. It was a Kadabra,
Yes.
which is the one we're probably more worried about.
Yeah.
Kadabra, Gen 8, base 105 speed, but it was level 24. You're level 26.
Yeah.
You might be faster.
We'll leave with Alistair. We know Alistair can at least tank the Ponyta.
You also have at least some IVs,
Yeah.
which might make its speed slightly higher.
Maybe. Alright, bring it
Maybe.
on. Bring it on so we can finish armor for now. I think. I hope this is the last thing you do before you get Kubfu.
I think so.
Because that's literally all we need
I
to
think
do in
this
armor.
is like the test.
And I guess I think we might replace John with Kubfu.
Yeah.
We might finally ditch
John
Diorb.
kinda sucks.
Yeah.
It's also the fact that it can't learn any really good moves.
Yeah.
Like, even if its stats were low, but it could learn good moves. Like, if you could get Rollout.
I
Fuck
imagine
yeah.
it has to learn rollout. I refuse to believe
Actually-
it doesn't in its line. Rolling is like half of what it does.
Give, whoa. Wooloo. It learns. What? What?
Start off with a critical hit. Which isn't great for us.
No. It doesn't.
It doesn't learn
It
rollout?
does. It cannot learn rollout,
Wow.
which makes me think that maybe they took rollout out of this game.
Maybe.
Yeah, it cannot learn rollout.
That's so weird.
Yeah. You know what can?
What?
Kaparaja.
Is that the teacup?
No, that's the backhoe elephant.
Ah. You know, elephants known for their rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, one Pokemon down. At least Alex
That-
leveled up.
That
Extra
is
sensory.
so fucking weird.
I mean, that's just more powerful than...
What's that? Sorry. AD may also make flinch. Yeah. Yeah, just replace.
Yeah, let's replace Confusion.
Yeah. It's not like it losing that extra PP is going to be a valid concern.
Not really.
Not like going to a 10 PP move.
Okay, so...
So how did Ghastly do? I was not looking.
Ghastly hasn't
What
gone
did
out
you
yet.
read?
Ghastly,
Okay.
I led with Valister. Do I want to switch out for Kadabra now? Like, it's
Yes.
most certain... I mean, it's most certainly killing the
Actually,
Knocked Owl.
what did you use? What move did you use?
For what?
Did you use the voice?
I used Echoing Voice.
How many times?
I think that was the second time in a row.
Use Echoing Voice.
Alright, I don't think I'm living, because I'm at pretty low health, though.
You might. You've got pretty high special defense. You're higher level.
I don't think this is gonna work, but sure. Yeah, nope, side
It's
beam.
not like it was gonna work anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly,
this
now,
this
if
means,
you need to, you can revive him.
Yeah. Alright,
Uh,
let's bring out the Haunter and see what happens.
Yep.
I at least out-level it this time.
Haunter, Shadow Ball. You should go first.
Should I Dynamax here? I mean, we're definitely bringing out the Haunter.
Oh, yeah, Dynamax.
Yeah, I think we're Dynamaxing. Hopefully we can just one-shot the rest of the Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah.
So we can just Dynamax all the way through this.
But, like, this Alakazam is his scariest Pokemon.
Yeah. What? You don't think it's the Slowpoke?
Yay, doubled his health.
Yep.
So even if the Alakazam...
Oh,
goes
and I
first-
outspeed it!
Yes!
Rip Kadabra!
Rip!
Alright, so this Pokemon, I don't think we know what it is.
No, I don't think so.
Because I think Slowpoke's going to be the last one.
Slowpoke or its evolution is going to be the last one, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, Swoobat.
Wait,
we do know about
Swoobat.
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 No, keep current Pokemon.
Keep, definitely keep. And definitely one-shot it.
Yeah. Oh, it was nice knowing you, Swoobat. Oh, it outsped us.
What? Sure.
Alright, sure, you're still dead.
Crunch.
Hey, look, John learned to move. Is this better than tackle? This is better than tackle.
That is significantly better than tackle.
There we go. Hey, look, John learned to move.
When we're about to replace him.
Yep.
Because he doesn't learn rollout.
Oh, it is Slowbro. No, keep current Pokemon. I have one more turn as Gigantamax Ghastly here.
And Slowbro in this is so awesome. Go! Mega Man!
Yep.
Now he's going to Dynamax. You
Watch
may
my
not
Slowbro
one-shot
grow.
You probably won't one-shot because I think that it's just going to be tanky.
It's just going to be tanky enough?
Yeah. Slowbros are pretty tanky beasts.
Yeah. Remember. Wow, I think I left it at one hit point. I was waiting for like the focus sash.
Digit. So was.
Alright, I literally just need to outspeed the Slowbro.
Did you die there?
I
Or
think
did you go
so.
to 11?
No, I died.
Yes. So you just need to outspeed the Slowbro with literally anything in your party. Incinerate.
Yeah, I think you had the highest speed.
Actually, Joker probably has higher speed.
Sure, you actually haven't fought anything yet.
I don't think it matters. What?
Use Cyodine or whatever.
What?
Persona! Alright, well.
What?
Alright, if we fucking don't kill this fucking Slowbro.
What? I beg pardon?
Huh? Can John tank it?
You know what? Go Nick. He can probably tank it. Because I don't think you have any moves that's super effective against it.
I mean, I have Astonish.
You might as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, might as well get the...
move will
Might as well get the... there we go. Faster.
Because...
We goddamn lost that again.
It's indicative. Oh.
Good job, Nick, too.
Yay!
I did it! Woo! Wow, you're just making me feel sad, dude. Nah.
Avery's also kind of a prick.
Yeah, a bit.
Like, he totally deserves getting everything that's coming to him.
Yep.
Even if he's not purposefully trying to be a dick, he's got such pride and arrogance that he needs that to be broken.
Yeah. Yay. We're the champion. And I get the super special armor.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what this looks like or what this does. Well, thank you.
Well, I won't remind you then.
I'm waiting for this to look real stupid. Alright, well, we'll heal up our Pokemon first.
Yes.
Because I feel... Do I have to fight the Master again?
I don't think you have to do that yet.
Okay. Alright, lay it on me, buddy. Hey, there you are.
Yep.
Man has some strong hands.
Well, in the Pokemon world, humans are just tougher.
Ah. I guess it'd have to be.
Like, that's just kind of their thing, is humans just kind of have to be tougher.
Yeah.
And, like,
Ah.
I'm gonna go, yeah, that's where it's like, I'm not gonna,
Sure.
say, because, yeah, that's
That's
fucking dumb.
that's a stretch of addition of armor.
Like, if it were a shield,
No, that's a different Pokemon.
that's still a stretch, but it's not as much of a stretch.
Yeah.
But armor is like, was this blind idiot translation? But just like going from the anime, like, how many times does Ash get electrocuted in episode 1?
Way too many times. No, to the point where he needs to wear rubber gloves.
And then he stops? And then he gets electrocuted again.
Alright, so. We need to name this Pokemon. So we know which
Oh, no.
Pokemon we're replacing, right? Welcome to the team, New John.
Yep.
And add to our party.
Goodbye, John. You suck.
You've at least been in more fights than this Kadabra.
But that's mostly just because the enemies you are fighting, when you're fighting psychic and poison types, you don't really need a psychic type.
Yeah. New John has been added to the party, and John will be sent to the box.
Where he will stay.
You served me well, Fuzzy Orb. But you've been replaced.
Yeah, how even episode 1 of the anime, like, Pikachu zaps like a dozen people at once. And they're all presumably fine. And that also explains why people in the anime aren't just terrified of Pokemon, as they have a definite right to be. Speaking of being terrified, I kind of want to set something up for next week. Sorry, for tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Since we're no longer busy, I will make a Pokemon tier list.
Oh boy.
Based on how terrifying a Pokemon would be taken at face value.
What, for all, like, 1,000 of them? What? I'm supposed to talk to you.
Like 800 plus.
I guess. Let's drink some soup. Yep.
Also, some of them, I have a feeling like a lot of them are probably going to be like, nope, that goes in there.
It needs
that
to be
goes in there.
It needs to
That
be the
goes in
Gengar
there.
first.
Ah. Well, you know what we're going to do between episodes, right?
What, trade? Yeah, we should. And we have our Hoot Hoot out.
Do I have Pokemon Sword in or Shield? I think so. I do. I have Pokemon Shield literally right in my device. So we can do that off screen.
We can. So yeah, we now have Kubfu. And we need to level him up a lot before we can come back here and actually
Yep.
finish this DLC. So,
Yep. Maybe do a couple of raids, because you can just throw EXP candy at it and get to the same level as the rest of your party.
yep.
And then play through the main story until it hits a good enough level.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So, next time we're gonna go do the grass gym. I guess.
Unless
and-
something happens.
Yeah, we're probably actually gonna continue the main story now. Probably for a while.
Hey, we did a little bit.
We did. We went through a route. And we did, like, half of this DLC.
Yep. This DLC is kinda short and kinda bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Considering
It was definitely... I have to say, it was a lot more entertaining going through it at a lower level.
It
then I
definitely
think-
seems that way.
Like, it was definitely a lot more fun doing it, like, when I did. If I had actually, like... If I wasn't trying to rush through it to get the Kubfu, I probably would have had a little bit more fun doing it at this level.
But at the same time, like, that fight was still a challenge.
Oh, yeah,
which is
absolutely.
not a common thing in Pokemon.
Exactly, like... When I went through this, post-game after I'd already beaten the main story on my original file, I stomped everything. Because I could just do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it for us for tonight. Let's save the game. Because it would suck to lose that progress.
Yep.
Saturday. Something Banjo-Tooie related. 5 p.m. Sunday. 7 o'clock. Donkey Kong 64. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Back here for more Pokemon. Anything you want to say before we go?
Nah, I think you've got it on lock.
Alright, then we will see you guys next week.